This is Kurragömma, director's take. Scene 2, take 1.
Very nice.
Hey, welcome to God's Filmmaker. I'm Winter.
Hi, I'm Sam.
And we're hoping that you have just watched Kurragömma. That's the last video that we uploaded to this channel. And that was uploaded to Sam's channel. And we're just hoping that you've enjoyed it. And we want to talk a little bit about what we did to make it and maybe what we would do differently in the future. Sam, what did you like about this short film?
The thing I think that I enjoyed the most about filming Kurragömma was getting to work with Jessica Otto, who was our actress. She's a marvelous and amazing person, and she was completely a champ.
Absolutely.
We went out there in the hot Texas summer and went through the paces, and she just took everything we threw at her. We had her.
We threw lots of stuff at her, physically.
we had her doing running and falling to get sound effects, and she just didn't complain once.
There was literally parts where we told her, go roll around in the dirt because we need more dirt on your shirt.
And she was amazing, and she just took it and put up with us.
Out in the arms, running around like this.
Right.
Flail! Run like an idiot!
There you go.
And the second thing I really liked is the scene where she's entering the shipping containers, and it just folds over in on itself, and that was a great scene. I love that. I got to film that myself and came up with that shot. It was amazing.
Yeah, a couple of very good instincts. Coming up with the shot, some of the other shots that we got, even the black and white version that is on your channel. He came up with this idea as we were finishing the edit. He's like, we should release one in black and white. And I was like, you could do that. I don't want to do that. And then we saw it, and it's gorgeous. It was amazing. So much better in black and white. And so be open to new ideas. What I really liked about it, I liked how we were able to stitch the two locations together, because the one location where she's looking towards the container, that is like a whole town away from the location where the containers actually were.
Plus, it was on a different day of the shoot.
Different day, all this kinds of stuff. And so that was a big deal, to me, was that came together and that actually looked good, And then also I liked that we shot some test footage ahead of time. There was test footage of Jessica running and getting some of the angles we wanted. And then we actually had a day where we came together with costume and all that kind of stuff and shot. It was actually a couple different days.
Right.
And so that all went good, and I enjoyed that.
Right. Well, let me ask you, Richard, what did you dislike about the film?
Things that I disliked, I hated what happened to the audio when we shot. The audio was unusable.
That was miserable.
Yeah.
And we just didn't have a clue what we were doing.
No, not at all. We had some equipment, but we didn't have it what was needed for that shoot. And the audio was bad. I hated that my hard drive tanked and we lost a whole day of shooting footage, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it's a big thing to ask. And once again, props to Jessica Otto. It's a big thing to ask for someone to come back and reshoot all this stuff that they did, get back in that headspace,
right?
And do all that kinds of stuff. So that was awful. What did you not like?
Oh man, I hated how long it took.
Yeah, that was
just cumulatively. Even if you discount the times that we spent with our families doing other important things
like jobs,
and feeding our families, I was surprised at how long everything took and how repetitive everything we had to do over and over. I hated editing.
Yeah,
I hated it. And I'm good with a computer, but I'm not an editor. I am not trained in it whatsoever. Mm-hmm. So you had to carry most of the brunt of the work on it.
And specifically, we didn't clash very much directing.
Oh no.
Editing was awful.
we have very different artistic tastes.
We do very much.
We feel very passionately about them.
Just a warning, if you decide to work together with your really, really, really good friend, brace yourself, because it's a journey.
It's completely different than being friends.
Yeah, it's disagreeing on certain things, but then someone has to make a call. Right. Someone has to make a choice, And it's really, in the situation we were in, neither of us had said, well, I'm captain of the ship,
right.
Which is good, but also there was no captain of the ship. So eventually one of us had to give.
In hindsight, I probably would have made that call.
Yeah.
And I would have said one of us needs to be
One of us should have been
the director.
Yeah, and I think that's a good idea. Even when you're working with friends, if you're working on a project you don't care about,
Right.
then you might be able to just play around, just
Right.
give up on certain shots and all that kind of stuff. But if you're working on a project, it's some kind of passion project or something, trade off being in charge.
Right.
One of you is in charge of this project, the other one's in charge of that project, and support each other, and that's, to me, that's real friendship.
And it very easily could have been that, for example, I would have been director while on set, but you would have been in charge during the editing process.
Yeah.
That's not the way it turned out, but that could be a solution for you.
Someone's gonna get injured here. Hold on. Let's see. How do I do this without getting tail forward? Okay. Alright, go for it. That would probably work.
We had to do it again, would you?
When you're with a film that long, you lose that steam for it. There's not really a reason to go back to it, with the exception, I would say, of if someone came to us and said, this is my favorite film ever, and I'm going to pay you to make it again with a red camera, I'd probably do that.
I also wouldn't do it again, given our circumstances. This was more of a learning to leave the nest.
Yeah.
In the sense of filmmaking.
Neither of us, well, I don't know what you had done, but I've never made a short film outside of my
Right.
job.
And I had never been on the directing end
Yeah.
of filmmaking before, and it was really interesting. I learned so much from this.
Yeah, a lot.
One of the things I learned that was most important to me, make a list.
Yeah.
Storyboard
Check
things.
it twice.
Absolutely. Every time you make a list, make another list of the lists that you need.
Yeah.
Okay? That is a dedicated job that will help you so much. Neither of us sat down and wrote out, this is what we need. And I actually had a little list on my pocket sitting there going, okay, this seems to be the thing that we need. It just says elephant. Why does it say elephant? I don't know. I just wrote it down.
I knew I forgot the elephant.
And it was, yeah, that's just one of the things I would totally change.
I think my only final thought would be this was worth doing. It was worth making this movie.
It was.
Yeah, and getting
was.
out there.
And as much as a pain as it was to get this out, it was almost like a birth pain, and we got to have our movie now, and we
just lost all of our female viewers. They're like, you know nothing.
No,
I'm just kidding.
it's a legitimate short film.
Yeah.
And
no, I agree.
Even though it's on YouTube, and even though it's not very good, we are now filmmakers.
Yeah, we've officially done it.
And it was great to pass that milestone and be able to say, look at this, we did this.
Parts of it felt like passing a milestone.
Parts of it felt like passing a kidney stone.
He's absolutely right. But yeah, no, I agree. And it gave us some experience to get started. It informed a lot of the other stuff that I've shot since then. Some of it was similar, but some of it wasn't. Some of it was just, I remember when this happened on set and that didn't go well, and all that kind of stuff. You know, one other thing I would do is I think I'd try and get more people involved. When we shot the first episode on this channel, there was probably 5 or 6 people there, and it had a good energy, and there was people to handle jobs, and I was able to think more about shooting.
Right.
You know? And so for this, we just kind of want to do this as friends, you know, just to hang out. But it definitely wouldn't have hurt if someone was there to hold the audio gear.
Right.
You know, some other things like that. Or someone to supervise the script.
Right.
Anyways, we hope you've enjoyed it. We hope you enjoyed the short film. This commentary is now officially longer than the short film.
Absolutely.
And, so, but we hope you enjoy it. And, you know, leave us a comment below. Ask us some questions if you have them. We'll try and reply to them. Ask him questions on his channel. And, you know.
Tell us what your favorite part of the film was.
Yeah, absolutely. So give us a like, give us a comment, subscribe if you want to. But mostly, we just want to talk to you about it. We'll talk to you later. God bless.
Thanks.
I'll go first. What's up, everybody? Winter Boss. No, I was just kidding.
I quit.
Okay.
That's our outro.
No,
That's the outro.
right there.